back again. And I'd like to show you some additions that I've made. Mike Decker has a Christmas video out that everyone should have, and I'd like to show you some additions I've done to a reindeer that he does. I don't remember if he put white eyes on his, but when he does the antlers and ties them in, I take and wrap the white balloon back in and then back up, down into the nose, and then back up to the head again to make a pair of white eyes before I continue on with the other side of the antler. As you take the remainder of the balloon and constrict it by pinching the end with your finger, squeezing the air down, make about a 1/2 to 1 inch bubble. This will be ear twisted for the tail. Folding over the balloon alongside the legs, ear twist that balloon. Taking the remainder and wrapping it around a few times to lock that twist down. Doing the pop release technique that you learned from other videos. Let that piece go. Now you have a tail. But we're not done. The rest of the white balloon that you took off the antlers and the eyes, make a very small bubble, like video 2 shows you to do the little yellow bird beak. Make it very small. Taking this bubble and holding it at the very back, pull the white in through the legs and back around through the legs several times, and then pull it between the legs, taking your scissors, snip it off, taking your little white piece, you now have a little white-tailed reindeer. I'd like to show you how to do 2 stars, a 5 and a 6 point. Let's do the 6 point first. Taking a handful of blue, because you never know how many you're going to need. 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, but you want to have 4 or 5 handy. Blow your blue up to about arm's length, tie, measuring about a hand's length. Make a small twist. This is an ear twist. Let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go, about an inch bubble. Ear twist that, and then split it into 2 even bubbles. Then you just repeat that process for 5 more times. Now, just how easy is this? If you were doing the 5-pointed star, you would stop there instead of here. But we'll address that in a moment. Let's go on. What you do now is you take the nozzle and you wrap it in tightly around that bubble, and then around the 2 little bubbles, and then back around this bubble 2 or 3 times, and then put it in so that you can pop that loose end and get rid of it. Now, if you're worried that it might come undone, what you can do is you can take those 2 ends, the one you just popped off and the one you tied earlier, the nozzle end, and you can do a knot on them. That way you know they won't come undone on you. This is the beginning of a 6-pointed star. Taking another blue 260, fill it way beyond arm's length till your pinky catches the end. If you do balloons that way. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. Now, I don't go where the other one was in unless you want to tie this in, then you can, because you don't want too many ends in the same place, at least I don't. Now, what you're wanting to do is make each of these bubbles the same size as the bubbles that are right here. You go around, making 2 bubbles the same size as that bubble you're working on, and then wrap in. Now, what you're wanting is to have these little bubbles, one on one side, one on the other side, so that it helps to put the bubbles to stand out from each other. If you wanted to get really tricky about it, I know that they have where it's woven in and out of itself in different patterns, but I'm thinking that if you were to make this blue and then make that white, and then make this blue and then make that white, and then make this blue and make that white, you could make the interwoven pattern of it. But there you are, six-pointed star. Like I said, show you just how easy it is to do a five-pointed star. Oh look, it's a five-pointed star. Really, honestly, all you have to do is leave out one step. Like I said, there's really no reason for me to go all the way through teaching this when you already understand the concepts. There you are, five-pointed star. You know, you can add a little holiday cheer to just about any balloon you do. On video 2 and 3, you learn how to do hats for Cool Bill Penguin and the little yellow bird. Well, you can take that same balloon design for the hat using a white scrap for the end tied to a red balloon, and then ear twist 2 white ear twists pulling your red balloon in, and make a Santa hat. Taking this Santa hat, leaving a small tail of white, you can pull it down and wrap it around a teddy bear's ear, giving even your simple teddy bears a holiday look. Hello. You know, on John's video number 1, he shows you how to do a braid. And Mike Decker uses that same braid to do a Christmas balloon I'd like to show you right now. If you take a green, or 2 green and a red balloon and braid them together from end to end, take and pull them together into a loop, holding the 6 bubbles on the bottom, sticking your arm through, give it a spin to lock the bubbles down. Round it out. Now, this is where Mike Decker ends and where Santa ends. If you take the wreath and invert it, stretching it a little bit, it will retain a flatter wreath-like shape. Take your small bubbles and arrange them into a sequence around that will also help to hold the wreath into a round shape. Now once you've got the wreath into a round shape, set it aside, take a white balloon, totally full from end to end, burped really well so it's very, very soft. Leaving one end a little further, about 2 inches longer than taking the nozzle in and making it about 2 inches longer than the other end. Pull the 2 together, twist, take and find the center, pulling that in and twisting those together, taking your long bubble mount up close to where you've made the bow, twist off a bubble about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in diameter, ear twist that bubble. Don't just ear twist it, but take it all the way around to the front, like so. Now, like on John's video number 1, he also shows you how to do the Minnie Mouse bow. Do the same thing there. Taking your wreath in hand, holding the bow in one hand, reach up, grab the nozzle of one of the small bubbles and pull it in and wrap it around setting the bow upon the wreath. Once you've done that, you can bend the ends of the bow a little bit, and you've got a very nice decoration. Hello, I'm back, and I've got another one of those helpful holiday hints for you balloon blowers out there. John the Balloon Man showed me how to make a nice candy cane. You'll take a red balloon and a white balloon and fill them completely full. Oh, I noticed that the red balloon is a little longer than the white balloon, but John met a gentleman up in Warren, Ohio called Rainbow the Clown that taught him a technique I'll teach to you. Once you've blown the two balloons up, work them slightly to make them very pliable. You'll twist off about a 1 to a 1.5 inch bubble on each, twisting the two together. At this point, I fold the bubbles around to the back side, locking the balloon down, making it virtually child-proof. At this point, you'll take the balloon in your hands, the palms of your hands like so, and pushing your palms together, push back with one hand and forward with the other. Reach up with your thumb and put the white balloon into the hollow of your thumb and your finger, reaching around, pushing again with the white balloon, and up, down with the right hand on the white, up with the red on the left, switching, just keep pushing back and around, and it's the tension of your palms against the balloon that help to make this braid or twist tight. Each time you do it, keep your hands tight together, and it will cause it to be tight. Remember I told you that sometimes you'll come up with one balloon longer than the other? Here's where that technique that John learned from Rainbow comes in. Thanks, Rainbow. We really appreciate it. As you twist the balloons together, pull down slightly on the red balloon as you tuck it in, because it's a little longer. If you pull down slightly each time with your right hand or left hand as you go in with the twist, when you come to the top, they'll be even. Once you get to the top, twist off again, 1.5 inch bubbles. Twist those two bubbles together. At this point, I always push one bubble through the middle, then again to child-proof the balloon. And once you've gotten it like that, go back to the end where the nozzles are. Grab overhand with your left hand, underhand with your right hand, and twist them around, switching sides, twist the other way, and you've got a nice candy cane. Suitable for the holidays. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.